for Colin King.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. The Local Electoral Maori Representation Amendment Bill, in the name of Tura Flavel, I certainly acknowledge and respect the contribution that that member makes, but National will not be supporting the bill, and I can tell the opposition on the other side why I have great respect for the Maori Party. Is in actual fact, in under 2 years, they've achieved more for Maori than Labor has ever achieved. But going back to the bill, this bill has its gestation, Mr Speaker, with a reaction to the Auckland City legislation. And one thing the opposition will have to acknowledge is that the National Party is being consistent. Local councils are very important, and we recognise that it's important to have embodied in them the very essence of that community. Councils are already, Mr Speaker, empowered to be able to decide whether they want specific Maori seats. The National Party's view is that the communities themselves should decide whether they want those seats to be appointed to Maori. And that can still happen under the Auckland City arrangement, and that will be something that will play out in the future. But at the moment, the National Party is very, very clear on its position. It recognises the importance of good local governance, and it also recognises that one size does not fit all. And on that basis, Mr Speaker, when I reflect on the legislation, regardless of what the opposition says on the other side, I think about the various councils that I have to deal with in the Kaikoura electorate. I look at the Waimakariri District Council, the Huanui District Council, Kaikoura and Marlborough, and then of course ECAM. I see that this piece of legislation is very, very complex and very, very difficult to administer. In one side here, you tell that the piece of legislation under section 19Z and to 19ZD, it says that it must occur. Every district council must have at least one constituency seat for Maori. Now, when you look at the formula there under 19ZA, it is very complex and would be most difficult to apply. And on that basis, I would say that alone, just the pure mechanics of the way the bill's structured, would make it very, very difficult to support. The government is being consistent. We believe that the communities should decide. We would argue that the present system is best, and I would also put out there to the members on the other side that when you have a representation on your local council with Maori, you will still... Who is going to actually represent the Maori? Because in the top of the south we have 8 iwi. So you're still going to put a person to sit on a council, and you are still then going to have to...
Point of order. Honourable Parakura Horomia.
Mr Speaker, this is outrageous. And certainly, if that is the essence of his analysis, then one has to really...
Order. Let's hear the... Order.
The point of order is that he is stretching his rationale in support of this bill.
Can I just say, members,
That's the point of order.
Firstly, can I just say to the Honourable Parakura Horomia, that is a debatable point. The member knows it full well. It's not a point of order. And I'll just say to other members that when the members make a point of order, the general rule is there should be silence in the House, and I'm quite well to make my own judgments of it. Can I just now call on Colin King to finish his speech to the House?
Thank you, Mr Speaker. So effectively, the Governance Act of 2000, Local Government Act of 2002 and the Local Government Act of 2001 also already provide for a provision where local councils can give Maori seats. So let's leave it up to the communities. Let them use the mechanisms that they do have available, such as referendum. And, Mr Speaker, it's on those basis that we will be voting against this bill. Thank you.